Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope each and every one of you are having an absolutely amazing day so far. On today's video, I wanted to go ahead and do a live demonstration on exactly how I journal. Now, I've talked about journaling in the past and how helpful it has truly been for me, especially doing it for so long, for I want to say about a year and a half, but a lot of the times I feel that we just don't know where to start. We have this journal, this notebook right here, and we're always thinking about, oh, what do I have to write? Or, for me, it was, what do I even journal about? And this particular technique, and now before July, or before I really started journaling, I didn't know how to journal. In fact, I would say that it was just wasn't something I was really particularly thinking about. And I've told this particular story before, but I was introduced to this particular gentleman named Jake Ducey. And he told me specifically how to journal, and I would like to go ahead and share that particular method with you in a more live sense. So we're going to go ahead and spend the next however long it takes. I usually journal for about 20, 25, 30 minutes at most. Could be a little bit longer depending on how long I had to explain. Not that I don't mind explaining, but I really want to go ahead and show you the points on what I journal first and how it has helped me in terms of going about my particular endeavors. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go through that particular process. So I've got two journals with me just to go ahead and show everybody here. Just give me 1 second. All right. So we're going to take the time to go ahead and we're going to work on two journals. These guys right here. And the idea is I've got two particular subjects I'd like to always journal about. One of them being the qualities that I'm looking for in a life partner, and the second being my personal aspirations. So we're going to start with the soulmate journey first, or the life partner journal first. And before I even go into what I'm looking for in a life partner, right? I've learned this from this particular book, Love Cards by Robert Camp. Every relationship that we have is really just a particular personal mirror that we're showing to ourselves. So before we can go ahead and we can show that love to somebody, we have to make sure that we're first putting the love into ourselves. So what I like to do is I like to write five things first that I love about myself, or what I'm grateful for about myself. So I started with, I am so grateful now that I am happy. I am so grateful now that I care for others, and I am so grateful now that I am sociable. I am so grateful now that I am a warrior spirit, and I am so grateful now that I am ambitious. Okay, so as you can see right here, I've got my 5 things that I've gotten written down that I love about myself. And so now I'm going to spend the rest of this particular notebook page writing down specifically. Now, when we do this part, understand that we want to make sure that we are making our brains wired to think about these things and essentially script out the particular qualities that we're looking for in a life partner right now. Now, the brain can tell the difference between reality and fiction, so it doesn't really matter if it's out there right now. But the idea is when we continuously write these particular things or qualities that we're attracting in a life partner, the universe is going to go ahead and do whatever it needs to in its power to manifest or bring about that particular person in our lives. So, you probably don't need to go ahead and see me write all the things that I'm going to be looking for. Otherwise, this video is going to be too long. But now I'm going to go ahead and write in this section, and I'll be right back once I'm done. All right, everybody. So this is what I was able to come up with in my, what I like to call the life partner part, or the soulmate part of my journal writing. So again, I'm writing, I am so grateful now, each and every particular line. And I also write down that my soulmate, because again, that is what I want in a life partner, a soulmate. I will not accept anything less than that particular title. And the idea is I want to write down each and every quality that I'm looking for. So, example, I am so grateful now that my soulmate and I are devoted to each other. I am so grateful now that my soulmate and I are world-changing emperor and empress. I am so grateful now that my soulmate and I are infinite energy. And I continue to write down this particular list, each and every part or each and every line. And again, I am very specific when it comes to, and forgive me, one of my dogs here is barking like a maniac. But again, the idea is that I am looking for, or I'm writing down every quality that I'm looking for. I'm not sparing any expense when it comes to what I want. I'm very specific. And again, this allows me to, in theory, intuitively select the people that I'm looking for and cast out, eliminate, write off anybody that I don't want in my life, right? So again, very specific on what I'm looking for. And yes, that might make me a little bit picky, a little bit selective, and my net isn't necessarily as wide open, or it's not necessarily cast out openly, but the people that I attract will be quality. So, there's this old adage that says, quality over quantity, and that's exactly what I'm looking at. I'm looking for quality over quantity. And by allowing myself to write down this particular journal each and every day, everything I'm looking for right here, I ultimately will bring that person into my life. All right, everybody. So now we come to the next part of my journaling. Now, this journaling, what I like to do is essentially I work on what I want personally for myself. So, recap, we've done what I like to call the soulmate, the life partner journal that I'm looking for. Now what I'll be doing is I'll be writing a little bit about what my personal aspirations are. So before I even get into my personal aspirations, what I like to do is I like to write a mantra that I do daily. Now, when I first started doing these mantras, the first mantra that I did went something like this. Now, of course, I haven't wrote it down in a while, so I may misremember the words, if that makes sense, but it went a little something like this. Every cell of my body vibrates in perfect harmony with the well-being and and success. That's how you know I haven't wrote this in a while. I'm twisting up the words. And success of the universe. I am a magnet for every single thing that I want, and everything that I do comes to me now. I attract miracles in every single thing that I do. Everything works out perfectly for me today. Amen. Now, that's what I used to write. Now I've done something a little bit differently, and I really want to go ahead and be grateful for my mentor, Sal Leto, who I've been working very closely with. If you caught my last video that I've uploaded, or last couple of videos that I've uploaded on the Facebook, the Instagram, the YouTube, of course you'll know about the big project that I've been working with Salvatore Leto on, which is the 8-minute trader, now Revolerts. Feel free to go ahead and learn more about that on that particular video. But coming back to what we're talking about right now, this particular mantra I learned from Sal Leto specifically, and ever since then I'm like, I need to go ahead, steal that from you, and continue that particular practice. So it goes a little something like this. I say, stop for a moment. I'm doing a great job. Be patient with myself. I am at the right place at the right time. Remember, big things are achieved not at once, but one step at a time. Focus on my priorities. I am a big boss, and I make big boss moves. And this is the mantra I write every time, every day, before I work on my personal aspirations, personal desires that I want for myself. That is the mantra that I write for myself first. So now I'm going to go ahead and off screen now do my personal aspirations that I want, and I'll catch you guys after I've completed those aspirations. All right, everybody, I wanted to come back, and after finishing my personal aspirations, first I want you to pay attention to the top right here. This is exactly the mantra that I go ahead and I write down every single day. And again, I told you about the mantra that I used to write before, but now this is my new mantra right now. And then coming back to my personal aspirations, this is it. So it's very similar to how I conjure up everything for the life partner part, what I'm looking for, the qualities I'm looking for in a life partner. I always start with I am so grateful now, so that everything that is in my thoughts, that everything that I'm writing down, the universe, because I've scribed it, the universe is watching, it is listening, it is now going to attract opportunities or put myself on the path where I can go ahead and I can accomplish these things that we see right here. So again, I'm just very specific with what I'm going at. I'm very specific on what I desire for myself, what I desire for my life. And again, the sky is the limit, so I'm going to write down everything that I want. And I'm not going to feel like it's too crazy or it's too out there, but this is all attainable and this is all possible. Now, I don't know when it's going to come. That's not what we're concerned about. We're not concerned about the how. All we're concerned about is what we're doing it for and why we are doing it for as well. So again, that was exactly how I write down my journals daily. I want to go ahead and take some time to let you know specifically how all that works, and I do hope that you found how I journal useful to you so you can start doing it and you can start to create the life that you truly desire out of this lifetime that you've been blessed with, that you've been favored with
from the universe. So, with that being said, this has been Jordan Rosario. I hope each and every one of you have an absolutely amazing day, absolutely amazing week, and absolutely amazing end to your 2022. And before we go, I've got three very important statements that I'd like to go ahead and submit to you. I submit to you to be great. I submit to you to be favored, and I submit to you to be the person that you desire and that you're destined to become. Thank you.